3, 2, 1.
Go!
Start button, please.
Let's go, Darren. Good luck.
All right. All right, I got the cool bike at the beginning. Whoa, who's that? Green bro. Oh, snap. No, no!
Green biker dude is Rip.
Oh, no.
Rip GBD.
Yeah, green biker dude. So there's actually something interesting about the intro stage right off the bat, is that it has 0 RNG and it's basically 100% execution. So the skill ceiling for the intro stage is like super high. It's really fun to try to like get the fastest time possible because it's a 100% execution. It's a really fun stage, in my opinion.
Okay. Exactly as intended.
Nice fight.
You good? Okay.
All right, so a quick route thing. I'm actually going to go to Wheelgator first. If you're used to watching X2 runs a lot, usually we go to Sponge first to get the strike chain. But since we're not going to be using the strike chain ever, we don't really need to get that first. And I'm going to be getting the Buster upgrade, and you're thinking, man, how's he going to get that Buster upgrade? Does he need like the air dash or the chain or something? It's like, nah, brah, don't need that.
No, dude.
No, we got this.
Yeah. So this is actually the first time I'm ever gonna watch an X2 Buster only run. So.
Didn't you do one for Mega May like last year, I think?
Yeah, but it took like 2 hours.
First try. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Easiest ledge grab of my life.
Andy got the fast capsule, so there is a thing about this stage is that you can notice that it's shaking a lot. The capsule can only open whenever the stage is not shaking at all. So it's basically, ooh, that was a good save, dude.
That was almost unfortunate.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate.
But basically the capsule can pretty much only open whenever the stage is not shaking. It's entirely RNG as far as we know, so it was a little second that he was able to save.
Yeah, nice thing about this double neon shot, we can take out these pizza guys with the
pizza, pizza dudes.
The second part of the shot.
Yeah.
Hello.
So I'd say out of the X trilogy, the Charge Buster is easily the best in this game. Like, it's pretty good. You can actually, the second shot of the Charge Buster can actually ignore iframes. So you're going to see him during this fight, even though Gator is going to be in iframes, he's going to fire off the second shot and then do extra damage. And that's not something you normally see in an X game.
Yeah, this boss fight's pretty great, Buster only. Oh, where'd he go? He dived under the water. Hopefully that'll be the only time he does it.
Like that right there, and that's 4 or 5 damage pretty quick. Yeah, I imagine this category has a ton of RNG.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, the circumstances, and like he can stay under the blood, oil.
Oil. We'll call it oil.
Red oil. Yeah.
Red oil.
That should be it though. Just
Red
the 2 dives.
Yeah, it's entirely random. How long he can stay submerged there. Hey!
Nice
There
fight.
you go.
Nice fight.
Is that damageless?
Oh, snap.
It may have been, yeah.
I think that was the damageless Gator world record right there. Yeah.
All right, next up, we are going to be returning to Wire Sponge stage. And I'm picking up the heart and the sub-tank, so it's actually going to look identical to the regular any percent run. Be a good time for a couple donations, actually.
Sure thing. We have $25 from Yen24, who says, had to donate during the Mega Man block, and for my good friend Darrenville. SGDQ is such a fantastic event to be a part of. Thank you to everyone working behind the scenes, the runners, and everyone donating their hard-earned dollars to Doctors Without Borders. Let's break 2 million.
So that was a slight optimization that he was able to do. He's able to double kick and then save some frames by not having to do another kick after that. So, you know, it saves a little bit of time there. So this stage has weather RNG.
Ooh.
And on this first instance of weather, it can actually have 3 different types. It can rain, it can be sunny, which you just saw, or it can be clear. Rain, whenever it, you know, it just slows it down your dash speed, slows down Mega Man X. And then clear, it's just entirely clear, like what you see in the stage. And then sunny, you can just lag up the screen a lot. So based on that, it can vary your time by a few seconds based on how you go about doing it.
Classic Sponge.
This is probably the best boss in the game right here.
Yeah.
You don't ever reset on this guy.
Manip. No, it didn't work.
Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna make him angry. Whenever Sponge reaches 9 or below health, that's when he goes into his angry mode, and it causes about 9 seconds of iframes. So ideally, what he was looking for was for him to latch to the ceiling, and then that's what you want.
Yeah, and then like sometimes you just gotta cut your losses, because if you start waiting too long and he doesn't give you the right pattern, and then you make him angry, you've already lost like way more time than you could have if you just made him angry from the start.
Yeah. So it's kind of a gamble what you're working with. And 80%, fortunately, he's the first boss. So on average, it's about a 3-minute reset if you're going for like a PB or something.
I guess I have a question regarding the route. After Gator first to get the Buster upgrade, what thought process goes into who to do next, considering you don't get to use any of the weapons?
Well, obviously Sponge first, RNG grind, and getting the sub-tank. But next up, it's just like getting the counter hunters off of the map screen.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so in this category, when he says Buster only, he means Buster only. Like, he's not going to use any other weapon besides the Buster. And some people get the misconception of Buster only, like, well, you know, he might use another weapon like only once, but no. He's not even going to swap weapons whatsoever. He's going to be using strictly Buster only. This climb is actually a really, really fun part of the stage. Another thing, like the intro stage, you know, the skill ceiling is pretty high on it. So, you know, based on how good your movement is, it will directly, you know, correlate to how quickly you can climb. It's really technical.
Do a little bit more climbing with this fight.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a whole climb stage.
Yeah, so Stag, based on his RNG, he's got a few different things that he can do, and this was pretty average.
Yep.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
Nice fight there.
Real standard climb fight for sure.
Yeah. What you want in that fight is that he can actually throw fireballs. And if he throws fireballs, his iframes basically disappear immediately. So you can pretty much gain a few extra shots based on like what kind of pattern he gives you. But what he got right there was pretty much what you're going to see on average.
All right, who's next?
So next up is Crab. You could go to Moth next, but I usually leave that for last just to see if I get the sub-tank filled by then. And then after this, we can go to Centipede. The only big thing on this stage is getting rid of the searchlight on the fish mini-boss. It'll cause a ton of lag in the second third of the stage.
Ooh.
Whoop.
Yikes, you gotta buster that thing down.
I guess we haven't mentioned dash lemons yet. As in X1 and I believe X3 as well, except on bosses.
Yeah.
Dash lemons do 2 damage versus the regular 1 damage of normal lemons. So probably see a lot of that being taken advantage of.
Yeah, all these jellyfishes dying from the dash lemon.
Ooh. Yikes.
Not a ledge grab you usually see.
Yeah.
Niceless.
I'll take that. Nice.
Yeah, X3 is kind of whack. Like, the dash lemons exist, but they only work on regular enemies and not bosses. It's just a whack game in general.
This fight's going to look a little silly. Do a bit of a crab dance after his water gets raised a bit. Just going to do a little manipulation on him.
Yeah, so there, what Darren is doing is he's actually forcing Crab to like go into that little spike thing or whatever, because whenever he sees that you're
Nice.
Whenever he sees that you're above him, that'll force him to do that.
That's pretty cool. I like that fight.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Kwanger in X1. Little
Yeah, the
Kwanger
little
tango.
headband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the similar strat you would do at the end of the game. You're 80%, right? Because you jump over him so you can shore you him
Sure.
if he doesn't jump.
Yeah.
We don't get Shoryuken in this category,
Not
Dom.
in this one. Not in this one.
God.
But it's the same strat.
All right, Centipede. Great boss.
Yeah.
Second favorite Maverick in the whole X series.
My favorite one, actually. So an interesting thing there, it may seem like he intentionally got caught, and he did. So what happens is if he gets caught there, it actually reduces lag later in the stage. You're going to see a bunch of blocks coming down, and if he didn't get caught there, it would have lagged up the stage a lot more. So that's like a subtle little detail that goes into this.
Oh, where's he at?
We got,
Okay.
Our boy Chop Register.
yeah, chop register.
Very nice use of the special chip in the X2 cart.
Yeah.
That makes emulation totally unreliable.
It's called CX4,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I guess like the first X game with like actual polygons in it.
All right, I'm going to do a little strat here called the lemon lime. Whoop. Lemon, lime, lemon, lime, lemon, lime. They both do the same damage. I just like doing that. Okay.
Nice.
I mean, Darren, style points are what really increases your speed, you know?
It's true.
So this is very important. This guy is really fun to fight. So,
Come on.
oh,
Hey.
okay,
Baby.
all right, you, yeah. Okay, so Magna Centipede is a very well-designed boss. Yeah. So basically, what Magna Centipede can do is if he throws, he can throw shurikens. Yeah. He can do 3 different things. He can throw shurikens. He can do he can do the suck pattern at the beginning, or then he can actually do the tailspin. And if he throws shurikens, he can teleport, and just to cause a bunch of lag and cause a bunch of time. And that's the pattern that you want. And that's actually a glitch called the tailspin glitch. And if you hang and slide off the wall slide on the wall while the tails go off screen, you can actually get him into an infinite tailspin glitch, which is what Darren did. And that saves a ton of time and stress and rage.
All those things.
Yeah. So it's good. It's a win-win.
All right, so we're jumping in the mech here. Nobody likes the mini boss in this stage. Not even in Buster only.
Yeah, for the longest time, I didn't know this mini boss even existed because the speedruns all skip it.
Oop, get up there.
Bro, this is advanced tech.
See ya.
What? Oh. Okay, I've never seen that before. That is amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately in the any percent version, since you have the Buster upgrade, it actually doesn't save quite as much time as you would think, as opposed to actually just fighting them outright. It saves about 3 to 4 seconds if you can do it like really precisely.
Yo, but like I said, it's style points.
It's the style points, yeah.
Yeah, that's what matters. So this is Crystal Snail. Oh. Oh, okay. Is that RNG?
No, it's just 4 times every time.
Okay. So this is a pretty cut and dry fight then.
Pretty much, yeah. I just
Yeah.
don't want him to go slow boys on us.
Yeah, yeah. So Darren, yeah. So Darren prevented him during that fight. Did a move called slow boys, as you said, and that's a signature attack. He slows down the fight and then causes the game to basically run at like 0.5 FPS. So kudos to you for doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty lame when he goes slow boys, that's for sure.
Yeah, slow boys.
All right.
That's what it's called.
So there's a thing in this stage where you crash the bike into the door, just like you would do in low percent. But interestingly enough, you can actually get the bike through the door if you jump off at a very specific time. And I'm gonna try my darndest to see if I can get it. Shoutouts to the drum tracks in this soundtrack, though, too.
Yeah, there are a lot of drums in X2. Oh. Hey!
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, hey.
You got the weird
Wait,
sprite glitch, though.
What was that?
Yeah, the rocket kind of like loads from the top left and like scrolls to the right. It's really weird looking.
What were you trying to do?
If you jump off, you can actually get the bike through the door.
Oh, and he like loads back on it or something?
You can't get back on, no, but it just, I don't know.
Style points.
style.
Style points. Okay, yeah, okay.
Fuck you.
So this is actually a fight that there's a couple different routes in any percent. And there's bird third and then stag third. So you're going to see this fight exactly as is in bird third and any percent. So this is something that I'm used to.
Don't his iframes reset at the peak of his jump?
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
See, I know a thing or two about
Yeah,
X2.
you ran this game for like half a day.
I played it once.
One time.
Earlier this week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long enough.
Yeah, so whenever he goes to the top, he does what I call the Jesus, and he like resets his iframes so you can pop a couple, like another shot off of him. That's just RNG though.
All right, last Maverick. So the run up to this point has been pretty straightforward and pretty cut and dry, but I will warn you once we get to the Counter Hunter stages, there's a few key parts that are going to become pretty like ultra butt clench mode. So
Monk S?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, my sub tank's full too. That's pretty nice.
This stage is incredibly laggy based on just how the game wants to run. So these two mini bosses here, Yo, shout outs to Tiki. What is it, Gustavo?
Gustavo.
Yeah.
The Gustavo manip.
Yeah, so if you kill this thing, he'll go.
Gustavo.
Yeah. He can,
Hey.
like, yeah. So this mini boss can actually vary a few different ways. He can do a short hop, mid hop, high jump, and
Chaos
then the
jump.
Michael Jordan.
The chaos
wherever,
jump.
Yeah, wherever he goes, right to the top there. Or he can go down immediately, and that's. Yeah, it can cost like seconds based on what he does.
Almost there.
Okay. Gustavo.
Gustavo.
Oh.
Blame Tiki.
Yeah, Tiki's fault.
Looking forward to this Heckway, though.
Let's do it.
Hey!
Look at that.
Yo, that was stylish. That was nice. I like the little turnaround shot at the end that you did. That was nice.
Speaking of lag,
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
no
the laggiest fight in the game, easily. Nice.
yeah. So what's interesting is like if you shoot at the same time as you wall kick, it'll like store an extra charge once you're holding up the charge button again. Kind of like similarly how you go through a door at the same time as you release a charge.
Yeah, so if you take contact damage from this guy, he does like half your health. So, yeah,
Right. I'd say Maverick's down. Let's go.
yeah. It's a pretty good run so far, man.
Pretty decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Nothing-
Violin could
I can change that real
Yeah.
fast.
might have a few words about that. Hello, start button.
Do you know the story of this game? Like, what's going on?
I think
like,
there's 8 bad guys, and you got to go kill them.
Oh.
And then you got to go fight
Then,
Sigma.
and then Santa Claus appears.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, good story.
Ooh, the bonk though.
So this is another really fast-paced stage, Sigma 1. X2 is kind of known for having really fluid motion, movement, just really cool level design overall. Sigma 1 is always going to look, yeah, that was a nice gap jump there. Sigma 1 is always going to look really stylish, like based on how you play and everything. It also has no RNG.
going down?
It's another stage that has 0 RNG in it, so it's just X2 in general just has a really, really high skill cap. And it's just a super sick game to run.
All right.
Until you go for a 32 and any percent, then it becomes not fun.
Who in their right mind would try and do that?
I don't know, man. Actually, I have no idea.
All right, Violin. Let's see what you got. Not bad so far. Okay, this is not. I don't like this.
Yeah, so based on his RNG, yeah, that's yikes.
Whoa.
Oh!
Stay over there.
No.
Ah! Yeah,
Dang.
you know that fight's tough though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean
not surprised.
it's a tough fight. I mean, you only get hit 3 times and you're dead, so it's pretty tough to deal with.
Now, if he jumps up here and stays up here, this is one of my favorite patterns.
This is the salty run back.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
Yikes. Ah!
All right, I'm using the sub tank if it gets close this time.
Bro, you had a sub tank?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I wanted to hold on to it.
What are you doing? Third time's a charm.
Oof. Yeah, nothing violent. Get out of here.
Hey! Oh,
There it is.
okay, all right. Yeah,
First try.
yeah.
See, now he's got that sub tank.
He does, but then he died twice, so
It's
you kinda-
calculated.
yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the reason why this category can be kind of a crapshoot. Other than the RNG, this boss, his mace ball is, ugh, no fun.
I was getting ready to say, Dr. Banner, it might be a really good time for you to use that sub tank.
All right, I told myself I wasn't gonna wuss out on this elevator skip, so let's see what I got.
I believe in you, Darren.
Almost.
It was a nice try.
I got caught on that platform.
Yeah.
I had to snake around it and then do a double surface jump to get up there. It was close though.
That was insane. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
So if he misses the elevator skip, it's about a 20-second loss or so. So it's not the end of the world. At least it's not violin.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this fight's also kind of a crapshoot. So each one of these like missile cannons that he has have 32 health each, and they don't have iframes. So really, just trying to mash them down is the best way to get them. But the second half of the fight is also pretty rough.
Okay.
Phase 1 down.
Yeah, see some heavy utilization of the dash lemons here.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't choke.
Uh-oh.
I can still take one more hit. We're good. And there it is.
Hey!
And one last little section of the butt clench section. We've got an iceless jump coming up in CH3, and then a kind of a tight jump at the very end. We kind of toe kiss the spikes a little bit. Unless we can get the full jump to the other platform, we might have to kick off this tiny little ledge.
I think at this point, I'm convinced you're not going to use that sub tank.
Oh, we'll use it. We'll use it.
Change my mind. Ooh, that was nice. This stage in particular, ooh, that was,
Right here.
oof.
Oop.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow.
Nice.
And one last little jump here at the end. Oh! Oh, I made it. I didn't think I was going to make it.
Nice.
I was prepping for the wall kick, that's for sure.
I actually didn't think that ice switch jump was possible.
It is when you're daring.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So this boss is pretty legit.
This guy's got moves. I thought he just died.
Yeah, he just. Well, he's pretty easy to cheese, honestly. He's obviously way more threatening. I don't think the developers intended you to fight him above him.
Yeah, it's weird. So since it scrolls up, you can actually wall kick pretty high up above him and
Yeah.
avoid a lot of these hits, avoid a lot of his attacks.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right,
You killed him at the same time he was about to turn you into a shish kebab.
that's true. All right, so next up is the refights. So in like attempts of this category, if I was on good pace at this point, I kind of just have to let the run be what it is since there's no Shoryuken and we're fighting the bosses basically the same way the first time we fought them. And it's just that whole RNG thing all over again.
Yeah.
And this section's actually pretty long. It's like about 6 to 7 minutes long. Good. Yeah, good time for donations.
Well, we have a bunch, and we have $5 from Irregular Ginny, who says, "Hey SGDQ, Ginny here again. Gotta throw some more support for the event since we made it, y'all. Mega Man X2 is happening. Good luck to Darrenville on this and his upcoming game. Keep up the good work, everyone. Good to hear you again, Mike. Donation goes to Darrenville's choice." We also have $50 from Boomer Kwanger. Not quite the right game, but, you know, all good anyway. Mega Man X2 hype. I normally donate during Mega Man X, but X2 will have to do. If Darrenville tells us his favorite Mega Man boss, I'll double the donation. Thanks to GDQ staff and runners for everything.
That's going to have to go to our boy Storm Eagle.
Ooh.
Thinking face.
Did he get it?
There we saw what the centipede fight looks like without the tailspin glitch. It's a little,
Yep.
Yeah.
little different.
And then he sucked him in, and pretty much based on how, like, the lower his health, the harder it is to get out of his grab move. And then he got poisoned, and Centipede can poison you, and based on how many times he poisoned you, it pretty much just adds, like, more difficulty to the fight.
I think he stole his charge in that instance. Right?
Yeah, the first poison's, like, he steals his charge. The second one is, I think you can't even dash or something. And third one's like, you can't really jump. Something. I just generally reset before he gets to that point anyway, so I'm not really experienced with that.
I think we can keep those donations coming though, Mike.
Yeah.
I will do. We have $10 from Heart Machine, who says the Mega Man X2 run is already looking awesome. Good luck to all the runners this week, and as always, save the animals. We have a $40 donation from Deva Ashura, who says, got home from work in time to catch the end of the Mega Man block. Get out there and bust some Mavericks. Let's appreciate the donation a little. It is a nice, generous donation. They're trying. We have $50 from Genius Gamer M, who says, when I heard the Mega Man block was going on, I had to rush in to throw in more of my donation. I'm really enjoying this block, and I just had to take my chance in winning that amazing Splash Woman figure. All that detail is amazing. Okay, Mr. Boo, here's one for you. $40 from Jura Conclusion. What do you call a robot master whose sole purpose is fixing stuff?
What?
Handyman!
Oh.
Haha.
We have $40 from Amaruk, who says, bust that game wide open.
Keep them coming.
Yeah,
I love them.
Let's hear more.
Yeah. We have. Sorry, I'm a little. Okay, there we go. Matthias145 donates $40 and says, "Nothing better than watching the Mega Man block with my loving fiance. I love you, Nikki."
Aww.
We have $100 from Miria, who says, "Meow. Hi, Mega Man crew. Love the X series and always great to donate to Medicine Sans Frontières." We have $25 from B. Frick, who says, "Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the great work and let's hit 2 million."
I guess one quick thing to note about these refights. So with Stag, you notice that the walls are actually a little bit closer in. Some of the refights, the arena that you fight them in has changed a little bit, so we can't quite do the climb fight that we did in the first fight.
Yeah, since you always go to the middle, the route that you take really doesn't matter a whole lot. It's kind of preference.
Yeah. Although with that climb fight, you know, could have some more style points if I did figure out a climb fight for it.
We do always need more style points.
Not saying it's out of the picture. I just haven't really tried it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of style points, we have $50 from TL95, who says, "Mega Man X2 is my favorite X series. That wireless Buster upgrade was insane. Much love to Caleb Hart. His X2 runs are some of the most inspiring video game content I've ever experienced."
Nice. Thanks, Spun.
Cool.
And that's what you wanted to see at the start.
You know, if he doesn't give it to me the first time, I hope for it the second time at least.
Darren, what's your PB for this category?
It's 4051. And that run had very, very good RNG. 2 first try tail spins, 2 uppies from Sponge, and the first skater was diveless, but the second wasn't too great, but still, that's like insanely good RNG.
Think of cutting it down?
I don't know if it can, I mean, it could, but it would have to be a really good run. So I also got the elevator skip, didn't die to violin, and everything else was pretty decent overall.
But I gotta ask the question, what's your sum of best?
It's a 39 something.
39.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are we good for some more donations?
Yeah.
We have $150 from The Threadweaver. "I recently had to sell my Super Nintendo, but before I did, I made sure to play through X and X2 one last time. I managed to do it in record time."
Record time.
Congratulations.
World record time.
"With the tricks I learned watching runners. Thanks for the fun times for a wonderful cause." And we have $5 from Ann Bear, who says, "Call me Ray Parker Jr. because Buster makes me feel good."
Oh, yeah.
We have $25 from 972, who says, "Shout out to my brother who let me watch him practice various Mega Man games over and over and over when we were kids. Thanks so much to everyone who contributes to making GDQ a fun and positive experience every year. And best of luck to all remaining runners."
All right. So the refights are done. 3 more bosses, and we are done with this. Done with this game. You saw I actually didn't quite do the crab dance that I did the first time, and that's only because of the spikes on the ceiling. I get a little wary trying to do that strat with those spikes there.
Have you used that sub-tank yet?
Nope.
I might. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, Centipede Revisit. This is nice.
Yeah, this is where the developers kind of got lazy. They're just like, this is good enough.
Funny enough, it turns out like if somehow you could get through the floor in the Centipede stage originally, you could fight Wolf Sigma and Wired Sigma then and there.
Yeah, I think they do that in 100%, right? They show you can enter the stage right here. and then Zero busts the floor down, right?
Yeah.
And you can get iframes or something.
Yeah, there's an interesting glitch in 100% that you can do.
Yeah.
All right,
But
all right,
no
Zero.
no one runs that.
It's not a very popular category. Jump rope.
Yeah, there we go. He's trying, dude.
Come on. Zero.
Playing a little jump rope with Zero.
They are best friends after all.
Shoutouts to Blizzard Buffalo.
So ideally, I would get the entirety of the neon shot in, just like that hit. Zero's hitbox is like really tiny though, so it can be a little bit tricky.
Got him.
There we go.
X being a good guy, Greg, leaving him with 1 HP.
So the Wolverine fight can be a little bit dangerous. Hopefully I won't have to use a sub-tank, but I might, you know, I'm thinking about it.
I'm convinced that you won't use that sub-tank.
Hopefully we can get a good dance on this guy too.
Yeah, Wolverine Sigma's pretty scary. He's a bad boss.
Oh.
I can't get the dash out of there. All right, we good. We good.
Nice. Yeah.
Wasn't even sweating.
I was.
All right, so this final fight is actually 100% scripted. So as long as I get past the Wolverine fight, like at this point, there's nothing really that could go wrong, you know.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
That's helpful. So yeah, this is the pattern here. Get this neon shot hit, direct him over here, get a charge shot ready, and then buster down the enemies to get rid of a lot of lag, and hopefully, you know, a health drop too, if they're being nice. But it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
There's one.
Oh, wow. Bye-bye sub-tank.
Oh yeah, I still have that.
So about that sub-tank.
I'm thinking there might be a use for it at the end here.
Oh, style points?
Maybe.
You can cut your time off by a minute with the style points.
So yeah, and then he starts changing colors. That's kind of like your cue for his health getting lower and lower. And then at the red phase, he's going to actually start teleporting around the room. And thankfully, I have a sub-tank, so do a special little strat at the end here. Time's coming up pretty soon. On the last hit here.
There it is. Okay. Yeah!
And time.
Nice!
Nice run, Darren. Big day.
Big day. All right. Yeah, so with those 2 violin deaths, I'm still surprised I got sub-estimate, to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and thank you all for donating, obviously, to have this run get played. I do want to shout out Gamio real quick. He actually ran the low percent version of the Buster Only category, I'm pretty sure last year at the RTA Japan Marathon. And, yeah, a lot of the strats, I'm not sure if he came up with it himself, but a lot of them I kind of piggybacked off of for this any percent version, and big shout outs to him for that. But that's going to do it for me. Again, thank you all.